when you're in the niches, like when we sit in our niches, and in the niche I'm in, I know too much at this point. I wish I knew less about how to run a real estate office, how to manage agents. It's great that we know that. I think my account managers know just about enough, and they get the lingo, like being able to speak the lingo, talk the terms. Those people really, the clients really love that. You can speak shop with them. Now, when I'm sitting and talking to a high level broker and they're telling me their numbers, and I'm giving them, well, so-and-so across the country is doing this, and they're able to do it at this level and this efficiency rate. Then all of a sudden I just opened up a can of worms, and now I have to talk to them why those numbers look like that. What do I think they're doing different in their office compared to what this office is doing? And A, I don't get paid for that. And B, I understand it. I just wish I didn't. So it's like, hey, you could cut out a lot of fat if you did this, right? Like there's a lot of agencies that will feed all their, a broker will feed 20 agents, and he's got 4 producing agents. And I'm like, give them all the leads, tell the other ones piss off. No, I can't do that. Like, you want to make more money, that's how you do it.
Yeah. I was at a sales management conference from Mike Weinberg, the author of New Sales Simplified and Sales Management Simplified. And one of the big takeaways from that was feed the winners and starve the losers, and spend time with the guys that are winning and make them win more, help them win more, rather than diluting your efforts amongst the people that aren't producing.
Yep. Yeah.
Like a pumpkin plan for humans, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, it's not popular in the environment, in the environment or the society we're in to do that, right? But I mean, we're running a business and they are running a business. Like, and you have to, sometimes you have to do that. It's the unpopular stuff. The reason you make so much money, or you have president or broker or owner or CEO behind your name for that company, is because you have to make some really unpopular moves, right? No different than the Google Ads account. You've got to make some unpopular decisions that may make or break that campaign. If you do it enough, you feel confident in those moves, then you just have to realize you have to understand how to communicate that back to the client, being like, hey, I shut this down because it sucked. And you kept on telling me all your deals were coming from here. Now, if you're okay with turning this back on for that unicorn, what are you willing to invest in that unicorn opportunity? So we would, like what you guys are talking about, the hoarding thing, I would put that in its own campaign entirely. I would pump as much quote money as they wanted into it, show them that it doesn't work. And then every time go back to the well and be like, we still good with dumping money in last 365 days? We're at 2 leads for, did you close those deals? Like, just kind of poke the bear, right? Like, hey, I'm trying to help you make money here, but that's on you.
I like it.
Not a nice guy. I get it.
We love you, Nick.
Yeah,
you do it in love.
Yeah, it's all in goodwill. It's all,
right.
all to help.
Right.
It's your sales pushback lines of you suck type things. It's all in good fun, and
right.
Realistically, it's sharpening of an axe, sharpening of a sword. If they could get better at sales, they could literally double their profits by just
complaining about your Google Ads account isn't going to do you much good if that's not your problem.
Yep. Best emails you'll get is, these numbers suck. That's it. No, nothing else. Right. These numbers suck.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And that's why trying to find out what the client wants is, and we always ask that up front, but you also often don't really find out what the client wants until they start to see numbers.
Right.
And it often changes when it's kind of like if someone says, that's why I don't do design. First of all, I can't do design. I'm not good at it. But second of all, people want you to design something they haven't given you any feedback on. And then when they see it, then they're like, oh, okay, we'll change this. Now I know what I want. Now I do that with my own poor web guy. I'll be like, let's pop this thing up. But I'm paying him by the hour, not by the project.
We just signed Rodezi, Aaron, to build us a new website, and he doesn't know what he's in for yet. I always know what I want it to look like, but I can't verbalize it.
Yeah.
That's why I literally won't pay by the project. I just make this poor guy make this look like this. Okay, well, now I don't really want it to look like that. I want it to look like this, which is
Right.
fine if you're doing it that way. But that's like with the Google Ads can, we always ask them, what's the definition of a successful campaign? Now we are upfront with our target cost per leads now in our niches and things. We try to be as upfront as possible, saying their estimates in a range, but still trying to give them some idea. But then the guy comes back the other day and he's like, well, I'm wanting 15 leads a day. That's my goal. Well, you have a $50 a day budget, $5.
Yeah. Right.
This is literally impossible.
Yep.
But thanks for clarifying that. Now we'll tell you what you actually need. First of all, it's going to take
you
this
have
budget.
$750 a day to spend. Like, we can do that easily.
Yeah,
Do you have $750 a day? Do you have 9 trucks ready to go? Like, come on.
exactly. If you have it in the search volumes there, we can just bump the numbers up.
Yep.
But what you just said, and I love it when I hear those expectations, because then you know whether the person's quote unquote crazy, as I call them. Like, do they have crazy goals? They might
Right.
not be crazy, but they might be, and it's better to find that out from the beginning.
Got to be a little crazy to take risk, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I had this conversation. I had this conversation with my wife a lot, but also I had it with a buddy the other day who is an employee somewhere. And my take was, I think being an employee somewhere is way more risky than being able to have. He's got one client, the employee, and we've got 250 or 500 or 1,000.
Yeah.
So half of them could fire me, and I still have a job. And
Right. But we're wired. Yeah, we're wired different though, right? Like,
right.
we look
True.
at that as, God, that's risky. If I go to this place and I work for 20 years and then they fire me, where do I go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now
Yeah,
it's
I look
hard
at
to
it.
find a place to go, and you get overpaid too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine anymore. First of all, I'm 100% sure I'm unemployable. And my last 2 real jobs did kind of play out that way.
You proved it.
But also, I was explaining to a new person we brought on that we try to go wide. We don't try to go deep. Marketing agencies typically want to go deep. They want that unicorn client that they can put on their website that says, we worked with McDonald's. Well,
Yeah.
McDonald's is going to fire you. It's just like being a head coach of a
Yeah.
football
You're one
team.
Happy Meal away from being fired.
Exactly.
Right.
And then half the team has to be marched out the door. I'd much rather go wide. And if Joe or Jill or whoever, sorry to use those particular names, it wasn't on purpose. If someone decides to, no longer utilize our services, so be it,
We have one client that is loves to know that he's our highest spender. Like, he's got the biggest budget, and I always sit back with like, yeah, but you're one of 250, and you pay me the same thing everyone else paid me. So
Right.
really, what's the big
We don't
deal?
make
They
money
hate
on your
that.
Google ad spend necessarily.
They
Just
freaking
chopping at the
hate
knees.
it, right? I'm very important. I'm sure you are.
Oh gosh. Awesome. What else you guys got?
Not much.
Not much. He tapped us, man. He tapped us today.
Sweet. We hadn't recorded one of these in a few weeks. So
Yeah, I mean, I think the next one we talk about, and maybe we go off recording now, like how to run a business in a recession, because we will be doing that. I'm doing that. Everybody will be doing that soon. I mean,
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's make that next week.
yeah.
Well, I'll be in Dallas next week for the high level event, so I won't be there for that one.
Oh, no,
Let
I'm
me know how
sorry.
to run a business.
You weren't invited. My fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Great. That's right.
My bad.
Right.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna dump the recording, but hang on, guys. So see you guys. Need anything? Links below. See ya.